Hey there, this is Rajat here from StartupFrat, welcoming you to this video. And today we are not going to talk about any business techniques or technology. We are going to talk about personal choices that we all make in our daily lives, and we don't understand the impact, and we don't understand how much power we have to change our future, especially financial future. If you're in the StartupFrat Hangout, then we are always talking about finance, business, how to improve, how to get rich, right? So, but today I don't want to talk about money. I want to talk about business, tools, techniques, technologies, nothing like that. Why is that? Because chances are that even if you implement all the learning in the world in terms of tools, techniques, technologies, then there is still a big risk that you may not succeed. Okay, the big risk that you may not succeed, and this is applicable even to our to our paid community members in the launch program and autopilot and all that, right? I just want to be very upfront. There is no guarantee that you will succeed in life. The world is not fair, and nobody owes you nothing. Okay, so with that happy opening, let me quickly get back and give you three little questions that you need to ask yourself today. And why I'm telling you these questions, because on a personal level this will really help you. Now, I learned this watching a lot of videos from this gentleman called Jim Rohn. Okay, who is supposed to be a master salesperson back in the 1940s, 50s and all that, and he is supposed to be one of the great fathers of the the self-improvement industry and self-improvement movement, because he used to teach all of his sales people and everything on how to keep up the motivation, how to keep up the momentum, and how to stay on course to achieve their goals. Okay, and then that later actually gave birth to the self-improvement industry, which is what we are doing here. We're just trying to improve, get to a better version of ourselves in this community, right? So he said three things. I'm just going to read out from my notes over here. He said, at any point in time, now this is a difficult thing to listen to and believe, and a lot of you guys may actually send me nasty comments later, like I sometimes get. Okay, but just pay attention to this. Okay, the first question is, who are you hanging out with? Okay, who are you hanging out with? Which is, how do you really spend your time in a normal day? Okay, leave aside weekends where you obviously spend a lot of time with your kids, your family and all of that. That is great. But just look at the amount of time we have in our life and what kind of time and who do we spend it with, right? So who do we spend it with? We spend a lot of our time with a cell phone, and from our cell phone come a lot of calls, messages, etc., that have no great bearing on our financial future. It is considered normal because in our culture and society, when relatives, friends, etc., call you, you always respond, and and usually when they call you, is it something urgent? Is it something that's going to change life for either of you? The answer is no. What are you doing on the weekend? Let's do this, let's do that, let's talk about COVID, let's talk about the lockdown, let's talk about something else which has no real bearing and does not help you achieve your financial goals. Who are you hanging out with? Just do some time study and see who are you hanging out with. Even inside the office, are you really spending time at your desk doing the work that you're being paid to do? Or how much time do you spend with your colleagues in smoking breaks, tea breaks, coffee breaks, water cooler? Okay, how much time do you spend? How much time do you allow your immediate bosses to waste in meetings that they have with you, of which there is no real agenda except the fact that they want to push waste your time and push more responsibility for you that you probably are not being paid. There are different ways to get around that, but just do a little analysis of who are you hanging out with. Okay, the second question he asked was, what are they doing to you? What are they doing to you? What are they doing to you? Okay, now he said it in that fashion. I would not ask that to myself. I would not recommend you use these very words, but hey, what is happening to you as a result? Are you reaching closer to your goals? Is your mind clearer? Are you focused in the mornings? Do you feel tired in the evenings, burnt out, stressed, anxious? If you have any of these feelings, if you have a feeling of not being sure of your future because of all the events that are happening, then the chances are not because it's because of the COVID or it's because of the lockdown or because of the government, right? It's probably because of who you are hanging out with. Okay, so what your results are in life are a direct reflection of who you spend your time with. Okay, who you spend your time with. Very early on in life, I changed my habits. I started reading a lot more books in my free time, hanging out a little less with my friends who I love. I love all of them, but I read a lot more books on the weekends. I watched a lot more YouTube videos. By the way, if you like to watch YouTube, I do too. Just don't be cheap and get YouTube Premium, so that way you don't have the ads interrupting you in the middle and everything, right? So YouTube Premium, you pay like 170 rupees a month, and there is no ads, and every video that you watch has an overlay, which means if you're driving and the video kind of overlays on any other app, so you can do other stuff while you're sitting on the office. You can do other stuff while the video is playing. If you're driving, if a call comes, gets disconnected, etc., the video keeps playing. Okay, so I started spending a lot of time with people who could teach me, whether it was via YouTube or through books. Okay, I also spent a lot of money going to events that I could not afford because I wanted to see millionaires and billionaires on stage, look at them, hopefully go after the seminar and shake hands with them, and then realize, oh my God, these guys are human. These guys are normal. There is no problem, right? They don't have 4 eyes. Yeah, I once met a guy who had his own aeroplane, who had come in his own aircraft. Right? And I was like, dude, this guy is normal. I just shook hands with him. I was like, wow, this guy is like normal. Yeah. That was a life-changing event for me. Okay. So who are you hanging out with? What are they doing to you? Okay. My life started changing from the time I changed who I was hanging out with. Okay. Majority of the part, I still party. I still go out with friends. I still love my relatives, family. We still go out on vacations and do all of that good stuff. But a primary part of life was the life-changing decision that I'm going to spend time with different people. Okay. The third thing was, whatever you have in life today, just ask, is this okay? A lot of people while listening to my videos may say, hey, I don't have a major problem in life. I'm living well. I have a salary. I have a car. I have a house. I have family. Life is good. We spend time on the weekends hanging out with friends, family, relatives, whatever it is. It's a normal middle class life. There is no problem with it. If there is no problem with it, if this is okay, then it's okay. There is no problem. Okay. But if you feel there could be something more, if you feel that you're feeling constrained, whether it's because of your job, whether it's because of your certified profession, which could be doctor, lawyer, chartered accountant, whether it's because of your brick and mortar business being shut down by the government again and again and again and again for no fault of yours, if you feel these constraints, okay, then what you want to do is you want to free up some time. You want to free up some time and you want to start hanging out with our community in the 6 a.m. club. Okay, it's the same community. We have hangout people, we have academy members, and we have some cool stuff in the morning. We do some routines in the morning, like we write our goals, playing some music. Okay, we do all of this on camera. You can switch on your camera, you can interact. Okay, all of this stuff. If you're a hangout member, you can join us on Facebook Live. So this discussion room is for academy members, but if you don't have an academy subscription, you can still join us on Facebook Live and be a part of the discussion. We are very, very attentive on Facebook while we are talking. We keep seeing the feed and everything. Okay. So what I want you to do is if this stuff is bothering you and if you would like to hang out with different people, okay, and I would like you to join our 6 a.m. club. Okay. How do you join it? It's startupfrat.club/6 a.m. club. startupfrat.club/6 a.m. club. It runs for 3 weeks every month. Okay, and it's free for hangout members. Free for hangout members. Okay, so startupfrat.club/6 a.m. club. We are also going to have a very special guest addressing us for a total of 5 days. We're going to have a very special guest addressing us for a total of 5 days. I've been talking about our community member Sachin, who changed the entire marketing model of his travel agency from a normal brick and mortar model to the demand generation model that we teach in the academy. And because of this, in spite of having the office totally shut down, no employees working during the lockdown, the moment the lockdown opened, he had a flurry of 6-figure paying customers for his travel agency. Okay, he would like to, he's there addressing us in the 6 a.m. club. I think tomorrow or day after onwards. So if you join the 6 a.m. club, you'll be able to interact with him. If you are a part of the hangout, you can join the Facebook live stream. If you're part of the academy, you can join the discussion room, ask him questions, etc. Okay, so that was it from my side. Ask yourself these 3 questions, and if you don't like it, then blame Jim Rohn. Please don't blame me. Okay, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.